not wearing anything Valentine's Day. I have dead flowers behind me. Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Hi, I'm Vilma, and today I'm gonna talk about fictional boys. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been a hopelessly romantic gal. I mean, your gal's favorite Disney movie growing up was Snow White. So I think that explains enough. And because I'm a nerd and I love TV shows and books and movies, I like to talk about those. But because it's Valentine's Day week, I think we should talk about like the characters I would love to date and marry. One word before I go through the list of these characters. I've only taken the characters that I feel most attracted to, that I talk about the most, who just like have my heart. I talk about these characters to my friends to the point where my friends make fun of me because of it, but it's fine because the roasts are good. I'm so sorry, but there's one more thing. I have put these characters into kind of like two groups. They are all very dateable. I would date any one of them, but then I think half of the characters are what I call instant marry, and that means if I met this character, I just marry them instantly. Like it's that simple. Like I love them that much. Let's actually get into the list before I ramble even more. So without further ado, I think I just have to start with this and get roasted by all of you. I know I'm such a basic white girl, but Augustus Waters from The Fault in Our Stars, I've just always loved him, okay? I loved Gus when I was reading the book. I was like, this guy is so dramatic and oh my god, I get the metaphors and he's so funny. And then they just bring Ansel Elgort to play him. I feel like he'd be a really good boyfriend. I mean, we see him dating Hazel in the movie, and I mean in the book. I'm talking about the movie because I watched it a couple of months ago, and that's when I was again reminded by how much I love Augustus Waters. He's such a good friend and he's such a good boyfriend. The only reason why he's not on the instant marry side of my date list is because I feel like we're pretty similar. So I don't know, would we be the best match? But anyway, he's still on my date list. Like I just, the way he promises to Hazel that he's gonna write the rest of the book and everything, I'm just like. The next character, this was one of the first fictional characters who I was like, oh my god, he's so hot. But the thing is, he's a cat. The Baron from The Cat Returns. There is just something about this character that just, he's mysterious, we don't know much about him, he's protective, he is a gentleman. It's so weird, he's a cat. How can a cat be hot? If you have never seen The Cat Returns, you have to watch it, because I promise, the Baron will make you go, oh my god, am I attracted to a cat? Most likely you are. Kind of moving on to the bad boys of my list. Not really, but let's say the cheeky boys of my list. Nick Scratch from The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. A tall, dark, mysterious guy. What can I say? I definitely liked Harvey more when I watched the first season of Sabrina, and I still think Harvey's very sweet and he's very dateable. But in season 2, I was just like, oh, I see you, Nick, and you know what? I'm swooning. So Nick over Harvey for me. In the first season, I found him really kind of mysterious and kind of like, oh, it's Nick. But in the second season, I'm not gonna spoil anything, okay? But in season 2, he's such a good boyfriend, and I love it. He's so caring, respectful, and this is what I love about characters like Nick, kind of like who look like bad boys but have like a golden heart, or at least like are like, you know, are not like bad boys. I would date him. Definitely. Also, he's like a powerful warlock, and that is really cool. Like, also he can sing. Always a winner. Always a winner. And also he's really good looking. I mean, Gavin Leatherwood, Yeah. Then on my list, it's Leo Valdes from The Heroes of Olympus. I just started rereading this series and I was like 13 pages in to the first book of the series and I was just like, Leo, I just love Leo. I feel like guys who are really cheeky and jokey and fun and spontaneous, those are like, that draws me in, and Leo is all that. Also, he's a dumb and I just absolutely adore him. Also, he has like dark curls and all the fan art of him is just dreamy. He's the son of the god of fire and like metalwork and stuff, and I have always been drawn to the fire element. I'm myself more of like I feel water the most, but then my zodiac signs, like the main three, it's like earth and air, but I've always been drawn to fire. I just find it so interesting and stuff, so I feel like that's one of the things that like draws me to Leo, because he's fiery and he's just such a fun character. If I was 15 or 16 and I was a half-blood and I was in Camp Half-Blood, I'd steal this. Just like, I don't know why they make so much fun of him. I just really like this character and he brings me so much joy. He grows in the books and I just fall in love with him more when I'm reading. Also, curls and Hispanic features. You have it all, Leo. You just have it all. The only reason why he's on the date side, not the instant marry, is because he's 15 or 16. And I just don't think a cutie pie like Leo would be ready for marriage. I mean, I'm not sure, am I ready for marriage? I'm definitely not. Who am I kidding? But like, he's 15 or 16. And it's just, I don't feel like I do, like, no. And lastly, on the date side of my list, Prince Naveen from The Princess and the Frog. You all probably know that he's one of my favorite Disney princes, but of course I'm gonna mention him. Like I've said, spontaneous guys who are fun, especially when they play instruments and are jokey, it draws me in. But only if it's not in a disgusting way, because a lot of men can do those things in a way that just makes me go, ugh. I feel like he's trying to play a role, but the closer we get to the end of Princess and the Frog, I think we can see the real Naveen with no like a role that he has to play, and I love that Naveen the most. Supporting Tiana's dream and realizing what's actually important to him, making music and having fun and bringing light. People like that are really easy to love. Not just fictional beautiful princes, but also just friends and people who are like that. Oh my god, we're halfway through. Now, the instant marry side. Okay, the first on the instant marry side is Prince Phillip from Disney's Sleeping Beauty. It's Prince Phillip. It's my favorite Disney prince. I just love everything about him. He's brave, he's spontaneous, he is romantic, he's dreamy. He's dreamy. And I totally get Aurora just being like shocked at first, but then being like, oh, he's the first Disney prince who had a personality and humor. He's so funny. Honestly, Prince Phillip, you won. You have it all. Last animated character on my list is Dimitri from Anastasia. This character is my absolute dream guy. I love Dimitri. I literally have no words to describe this character. He is dreamy, but he's realistic in a way. Brave, he's really stupid, but in a lovable way. He's spontaneous, and oh my god, he's really hot. Also a little mysterious. Also, I feel like con men just kind of have my heart. Oh my god, Sly Cooper is not on this list. I didn't put Sly Cooper on this list. My childhood crush. Okay, Sly Cooper would belong to the date side of the list. Sly Cooper, date side, childhood crush. It's like the Baron. The Baron was my childhood crush as well, or like my preteen crush. So like they have their own gang on this list. But yeah, Dimitri is just, he's a con man. He's not maybe doing the right thing, but he has a golden heart. 3 more characters on this list, okay? We're almost there. Next one is Finnick O'Dare from The Hunger Games. Every single person who has either read The Hunger Games books or watched the movies or both would agree that Finnick is marriage material. I feel like I actually like fell in love with him when I read the last book, where there's more about Annie, who, you know, if you read the books or watched the movies. But like, that's where I actually fell in love with Finnick, because you hear more about his backstory. You get to know more about the character and how much he cares about Annie and how much he is a family person. He actually deserves the world. I'm very serious about this character, you can see, but like, Finnick deserved better. The only character in the books where also the character Leo Valdes is, who goes over Leo Valdes, is Percy Jackson. He's one of those characters who I've had a crush on since I was 11 or 12 when I read the books for the first time. He's such an amazing character. He is not perfect at all. He has his weak spots. His humor and sarcasm is just everything. I like men who can like open up and be honest about their emotions. Like, that is really attractive to me. And Percy does that. He cares about his friends and he cares about his love interest. It's just, I can't even explain. My heart just like grows 3 sizes when I'm reading about Percy. Would marry, absolutely. Literally goes from 0 to hero. And then the last character on my date list is Chandler Bing from Friends. I feel like Chandler is the most realistic character on this list, but he's one of the characters I love the most. And it's just because he's such a funny, caring, real character. I love this character so much. He's not traditionally the most good looking, but he's like good looking in a kind of more normal way. He's just so sweet. His love towards his friends and later his love interest, I'm not gonna give spoilers. It's so sweet and it makes me cry. It's beautiful, okay? I feel like this was one of the messiest videos I've ever filmed, but it's just purely because I'm talking about the characters who I really love, and this is just how I always talk about them. If this was a chat where I'd text, I'd send more like heart eyes memes and stuff and gifs where the characters go A lot of these characters are designed that way, that they make you feel really kind of, oh my god. And I'm definitely a victim of that. Even though this video was a huge mess, I really hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I made you chuckle. Is any of these characters I talked about one that you would date or marry? I would love to know, so let's have a fangirl chat in the comments down below. Fangirling is cool, it's fun, and it's okay to fantasize and dream and daydream about fictional characters. It literally does not harm anyone. Felt like it was really fun to film this video, so I hope you enjoyed it. That's all for today. I also love you all, and I think I'll see you next Sunday. Bye!